how you stepped on many people. Beyonce.
It wasn't nothing towards Keyshia. I mean, she knows that, and everybody that with a brain knows that. That's not even how I operate.
I really did come up on Beyonce, and I really did, look at her for inspiration, and I was just like, that song, and what I said just went way too far, because I do love, her, and I get chills when I see her perform, and she is a gang of inspiration.
Y'all won't believe who's making headlines again, Keyshia Cole. And trust me, it's not because of her music this time around. The former princess of hip-hop soul is stirring up some serious drama by spilling all the tea about how Queen Bey basically walked all over her. Now, let's be real. Keyshia used to be the face of the industry, but nowadays, she's desperately trying to stay relevant, and it all comes down to one massive mistake, going after Bey herself. Sure, she might be trying to apologize now, but honey, that ship has sailed. But here's the juicy part. Keyshia is determined to show everyone the real side of the industry's beloved sweetheart. So what exactly did Keyshia say? Is there any truth to her claims? Or is this just another desperate cry for attention? Grab your popcorn, because we're about to dive deep into this drama. Let me tell you about Kia's big mess up. And trust me, it's a doozy. Now, while Keyshia might not be topping any charts these days, there was a time when she absolutely owned the title Princess of Hip Hop Soul. And deservedly so. This girl had everyone wrapped around her finger with that soulful voice and those heartfelt lyrics that just spoke to your soul. Can you believe she actually started out singing backup for MC Hammer? But honey, A&M Records saw that diamond in the rough and snatched her up faster than you can say record deal. That's how we got blessed with The Way It Is in 2005. And let me tell you, that album was pure fire. Keyshia was living her best life, and who could blame her? Songs like Love had everyone feeling some type of way, earning her that sweet platinum certification and not one, but 2 nominations at the 2006 Soul Train Music Awards. But that was just the beginning of her reign. People couldn't get enough of her, especially when she let them peek behind the curtain with her reality show. For 3 whole seasons, she had everyone glued to their screens. It was literally one of the most watched shows in the network's history. And don't even get me started on her 2nd and 3rd albums, Just Like You and A Different Me, absolute masterpieces. Both hit number 2 on the Billboard 200 and went platinum faster than you can say superstar. The cherry on top, 4 Grammy nominations. Our girl was literally untouchable, or so we thought. But then, oh honey, everything came crashing down when Keyshia decided to pick a fight with none other than Beyonce. Picture this, it's 2013, and Bey had just dropped Bow Down. Now this was a big moment, she'd just had her baby, and this song was her way of saying, I'm still that girl. The lyrics were fierce. I know when you were little girls, you dreamt of being in my world. Don't forget it, respect that, bow down. I took some time to live my life, but don't think I'm just his little wife. Don't get it twisted, this my bow down? Well, let me tell you, Keyshia was not having it. She took to X and absolutely went off. She tweeted, can't stand when people all self-righteous. When it's convenient, it makes them look good lamu, but can still talk when convenient to FOA. And first women need to stick together. Now BW's better bow SMH, but it's all G chick, stay shooting the stuff, but when I speak my mind, it's a prob. Oh, my word. The moment those tweets hit the internet, it was like she'd signed her own career's death warrant. The Bey Hive? They came for her like a swarm of angry bees. Some fans were throwing shade left and right, saying things like, it's a fun bleep-talking song, don't try and make it more just so you can have some BS to say. And when Beyonce sings, she's Sasha Fierce though, so get you life. But here's the tea. Not everyone was Team Beyonce. Some people actually got where Keyshia was coming from. One person spilled, the irony of Beyonce screaming bow down BW after all those girl power anthems isn't lost on me. Another fan tried to play peacemaker, explaining, the controversy was really just people being mad that she was bragging. They felt attacked because she said things like, I know when you were little girls, you dreamt of being in my world, and bow down B. That hurt some feelings, but she explained in a video why she made the song. It was to make people feel good when they sung it. And yes, Queen Bey did explain herself. During an iTunes radio interview, she said, and I'm giving you her exact words here, the reason I put down Out Bow Down is I woke up, I went to the studio, I had a chant in my head, it was aggressive, it was angry, it wasn't the Beyonce that wakes up every morning, it was the Beyonce that was angry, it was the Beyonce that felt the need to defend herself, and if the song never comes out, okay, I said it and listened to it after I finished, and I said, this is hot, I'm gonna put it out sick, I'm not gonna sell it, I'm just gonna put it out. If people like it, great. If they don't, they don't. Beyonce even went on to say, and this is where it gets really interesting, but I won't do it every day because that's not who I am, but I feel strong, and anyone that says, oh, that is disrespectful, just imagine the person that hates you, imagine a person that doesn't believe in you and look in the mirror and say, bow down, B.I., and I guarantee you feel gangsta, so listen to the song in that point of view again if you didn't like it before. Well, once Queen Bey explained herself, the Beyhive went absolutely nuclear on Keyshia. They were coming for her with comments like, Keyshia Cole, what's ironic is that you've been talking all that family first God stuff for a minute, but then pull the same stuff LOL, and this one is brutal. You ain't going to need no more perm kits, the Beehive bow to snatch you ball, Keyshia Cole. Now, Keyshia wasn't raised to back down from a fight, honey. She fired back with tweets like, never said there was any, I'm not in denial, God bless, screw your unity, and how am I hating no ma'am or sir, whatever you may be, no H8. But oh, she wasn't done making enemies. She decided to take aim at another Destiny's Child member too. Remember that incredible Super Bowl halftime show in 2013 when Beyonce brought out Michelle Williams and Kelly Rowland for that epic reunion? Well, apparently Keyshia wasn't impressed. She jumped on X again with F that stuff up, then Beyonce Bad B Central, and I think I was frightened to blink for a second, then Michelle sung and woke me up from my days she always messing the groove up. And just when you thought it couldn't get more intense, she dropped this bomb. And yes, my mom uses illegal substances, yes, it's hard, yes, I'm from Oakland and made it damn far without influential biological parents. People took that as another dig at Bey, and that's when Keyshia got permanently labeled as a troublemaker who just stirred up drama on X for attention. Sure, she tried to make peace later, tweeting, but hey, I love y'all too, and y'all girl is whack and always will be our boss. But darling, the damage was already done. The Beyhive had marked her, and there was no going back. Even her industry friends started dropping her like hot potatoes. The Dream made it crystal clear that his loyalty was with Beyonce, and he wasn't here for Keyshia coming after his family.
There was a set of tweets that happened a while back, because you and Beyonce are really close. And there was something about how Keyshia Cole complained that you weren't giving her any songs because of your relationship with Beyonce and how she sort of said something about Beyonce. Any truth in that?
Of course. I mean, it wasn't nothing towards Keyshia. I mean, she knows that, and everybody that with a brain knows that that's not even how I operate. But how I definitely don't operate with any type of, like, I give up 10 million for somebody to give up 10 million for me. You know, it is what it is. If you're not gonna have any camaraderie in anything, like any loyalty for anything, like what do you stand for? It would be the same thing as if Keisha's my girl and somebody said something that's, I feel ill-advised. Unless you're gonna call on the phone and say it directly to the person, like you can't just be like, oh, just saying something out in the open. I mean, you know, and I don't think that she doesn't understand that, and it's definitely not nothing personal. I just did something on her last album before that happened, and I ain't got nothing but love for her. But it's still family, like, you know. What you want me to do? I'm sorry. Like,
Jay-Z line.
Yeah, exactly. Like, sorry, you know. And I would hope the same thing would happen for me, you know.
Keyshia tried to play it cool, responding to the Dream on X with, Dream not writing any songs for me is fine. I'm on my 6th album. He's only wrote one song on one of my albums, which I did love. God bless. But darling, reality hit her like a ton of bricks when she dropped her 6th studio album, Point of No Return, in 2014. Sure, it debuted at number 9 on the Billboard 200, but those first week sales, a measly 25,000 copies. Compared to her glory days, this was like going from flying first class to riding in the cargo hold. Even the fans couldn't sugarcoat it. One person just laid it out there. Point of No Return is a letdown, it's a less fun rerun, even the title is a redo of a mediocre, commercially disappointing album, probably not the best place to start. And honey, the Soul and Stereo website didn't hold back either. They wrote, but much of the remainder of the album feels like been there, done, that somebody better call the paramedics because I'm feeling kind of crazy right now. Keyshia Cole on heat of passion for a song that should brim. With passion, I mean, it has passion in its name. It's surprisingly lifeless. The same goes for the first single, Next Time Won't Give My Heart Away. Keyshia usually excels in the realm of heartbreak. This time, she just sounds tired. Now, some people tried to blame it on her creative choices, but let's be real. Keyshia knew exactly what was happening. The public had made up their minds about her because of the whole Bey drama, and they weren't interested in giving her music a chance anymore. When that reality check hit, she tried to do some damage control. In 2018, she went on Hollywood Unlocked and actually called Bey an inspiration, trying to bury all those feud rumors with the Queen.
Oh, I just felt like, dang, I really did come up on Beyonce, like, and I really did, like, look at her for inspiration, and I was just like, that song and what I said just went way too far because I do love like her, and I like get chills when I see her perform, and she is a gang of inspiration for all artists. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I just felt like, damn, I just missed out on the party.
That's okay.
Well, but that's good. See, and with maturity comes clarity. You know, I mean, because you don't owe an explanation, but I know, like, you're a fan of music.
Yeah.
As much as you are a contributor
Yeah.
to the culture, so.
Yeah, so I just hit everybody and said, how was the show?
Well, all you do is look at Instagram. That was a show, a whole
Yeah.
goddamn show on Instagram.
Well, what I will say is that she definitely looks amazing, sounds amazing, performs amazing. There was a part during the show where she was singing Resentment, and she said, I'm better than that mediocre white bitch could, or something like that. And the whole audience was looking at each other, and it was interesting because she typically don't come out that bag.
Yeah.
But sweetie, it was too little too late. And she's not the only one who learned the hard way that you don't mess with Queen Bey. There's a whole list of casualties who dared to disrespect the throne. Take Carrie Hilson. She thought she could throw some subtle shade at Bey in her 2009 single Turning Me On with lyrics like, "Your vision cloudy if you think that you're the best she can sing but need to move it to the left, she need to go have some babies." Carrie tried to play innocent, calling into Atlanta's V103 radio station in March 2009 to say, "People are just reading way too far into it. People take things and make it what they want it to be. It wasn't taking shots at nobody." But years later, she hinted that others had actually written those shady lyrics specifically to diss Bey, something she felt pressured to do. And darling, she wasn't exactly being subtle when she flat out refused to promote Juicy magazine because Bey was on the cover.
Because Bey was on the cover.
You wanna hold the magazine? Just shout out Juicy Mag.
Just like Keyshia, Carrie's career went up in smoke. But here's what people are really whispering about. Why is it always artists like Keyshia and Carrie who end up picking up the pieces? I mean, look at Rihanna. She came for Bey too over those bow-down lyrics. She liked a post from garbage singer Shirley Manson that read, "A lot of celebrities just want money, fame, power, fancy cars, houses all over the world, and have people bow down to them. To me, that's frightful behavior." But Riri didn't stop there. She posted an article naming her one of the most influential pop stars on Instagram with the caption, "I only know how to be number one. I could use a challenge. How that feel down there on your knees, huh?" Talk about throwing shade. It was crystal clear she was taking shots at Beyonce. So why didn't Rihanna's career crash and burn? Simple, darling. She's a powerhouse. The Beyhive might be fierce, but they can't touch Riri. It's only artists like Keyshia and Carrie, who don't have half the industry backing them up, that get dragged through the mud. Now, some fans might argue that Bey had nothing to do with any of this drama, but here's the tea. She could have easily said something to stop all the hate. The fact that she stayed silent? Well, that speaks volumes, doesn't it? But what's your take on all this juicy drama? Do you think Bey is really just insecure deep down? And is there any hope for Keyshia to make a comeback, or is she done for good? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to check out our other videos that are just as packed with piping hot tea. And there you have it, folks, another cautionary tale about what happens when you dare to challenge Queen Bey's throne. It's like they say, heavy is the head that wears the crown, but even heavier are the consequences for those who try to snatch it.